scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action.
DC metro area in Landover, Maryland. That's where we are situated at FedEx Field. Just as we were getting ready for pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's a guy coming off a strong rookie season, Gus Edwards. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way.
Here's Edwards. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. This is the former Nittany Lion, the rookie Miles Sanders. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 8 yards, 1st down as they're able to convert.
Everyone's got to be aware a ball may come your way.
Check 52.
And that's incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now a two-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Throwing now is Wentz. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
A quick throw there out to Jeffrey. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And Elliott puts this one through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. In our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Check 13.
They'll go back to Edwards on first down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Number 53, Mike 53. All day, dog. Spons. No. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Shift. Check 24. Check 24. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. 3. Check 3.
On second down, it's Edwards.
Run to the ball.
The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up fourth down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Let's go.
The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And it's right about this time of year you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
And I think for most teams, the obvious is to try and be the number 1 or number 2 seed. But when you look at it across the league and throughout the history of Trying to get to the Super Bowl, the teams you really fear are the ones that get hot and sometimes sneak in at a 5 or a 6 seed, because we've seen those teams actually get to the Super Bowl and occasionally win it.
Yeah, you think of the Giants a couple of times. Steelers have done it. You're right. It has happened and will happen more in the future, I'm sure. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. The Eagles on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. That's complete to Jeffrey. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 4th down now after a loss of 2. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything, so it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one in SoCal. The Vikings and the Chargers from Dignity Health Sports Park. Coverage at 8:20 Eastern, 5:20 Pacific on EA Sports.
Kill, kill, kill. Slam, slam, slam. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4. 53 the mic.
Here's Haskins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz, and complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. On first down, Wentz completes it to Aguilar. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position, because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Wentz on target there to Jeffrey. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 36. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Wentz again. It's caught by Aguilar. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Wentz is going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Wentz, and he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Waiting. Watch both. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Wentz now on first down. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Wentz to throw again. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
Go. 180. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Again, it's Wentz. And that one falls incomplete, breaking his string of 7 straight passes completed. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. The results for them so far, not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
Come on, Brock. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Same on. Check nickel. Watch the edge. Undercut.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
Check three. Check 4. Joker.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Final play of the half. It's Haskins. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle. Again, it's Howard. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Now Wentz. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. That's caught by Jackson. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one goes for 24 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson scoring a touchdown against his former mates. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, being on second half no matter what. Well, his first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes our score 17-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not a particularly good return here, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
This is Edwards. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
6 guys, check 6 guys.
On second down now. It's Edwards looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And an alley to run. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And he's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down.
Check 9, check 9.
They'll run for it. It's Edwards. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They go with Howard again. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. And this is caught by Jackson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. From the red zone now, Wentz. It's caught by Jackson. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Wentz going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside,
and he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Now Wentz. And he's going to go down again. Everson Griffin, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal. Now brings up a decision on 4th down.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Out comes the Washington offense as we get a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 2nd down, Haskins setting up the screen here to Edwards. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The Redskins on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Edwards. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a yard, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. And this one complete to Reed. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Check it back. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
On the counter, it's Edwards. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? You know, because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. 3rd down, here's Haskins. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. One final shot for Haskins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So